from this. Proverbials. Beggars.
Did it look like a strange bat thing and have a high-pitched voice?
Is that what you get when you kick Christian Bale in the nuts?
No. But if the world is to be a better place, he should be allowed to reproduce, so we shouldn't do that.
What, letting Christian... See, this is some obscure reference going right over my head. Please explain. High-pitched bat-shaped things. There's a lot of high-pitched bat-shaped things, like bats, for example.
Well, it was just the boss. One of the bosses in House of the Dead 2, and in fact the first one is this bat thing. No, it's not the first one. It's like one sort of...
It's in the first level.
It's a high-level boss because it's the one before the main annoying dude.
Last time I played this was literally a decade ago.
It was basically a bat type thing with like a sort of like a body, but it had wings and it was black and it had this horrible high screechy voice.
Anyway, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
So, Tim, how did you find that the story unfolded?
Like a film. It was just like cutscenes did a really good job of kind of saying, especially movement in game is quite cinematic in that respect. I actually say it was nice. You sat forward looking forward to the cutscenes. I look forward to actually doing the director's cut version of it now. See what the extras are. Although the whole thing with Clements was quite disturbing.
Yes. I noticed a slight homage to Brain Dead perhaps
Yes,
going on.
thank you. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
You just kind of saw this bit, and you're like, he is not going to be a nice man, and then his mother turns up. And it's like, oh.
It was rather creepy.
What about
I'm trying to think of the film that reminded me. It wasn't Brain Dead, it was something else like that. I can't think
it's probably a zombie film somewhere.
No, it was another film, but I'll remember it later.
Okay.
I hope I don't remember it.
Actually, that's probably a good thing if you don't remember it.
Do you think there will be any sequels to this? Because I think it is proven to be quite popular.
They've set it up for a sequel.
Do you think they're going to basically just ignore the previous games and just redo the entire series?
I did wonder about that, actually. I did wonder about that.
I hope so, because I'm not entirely sure where the original was going. But this Overkill does look like it's...
with the third one, it looked like the storyline was kind of like this guy, usual researcher, trying to perfect some kind of elixir of life for his dying son, and what does the elixir of life do? It creates death and destruction. Madness.
I know my brother, because me and my brother have been playing. It's the first time we've actually sat and played a computer game between two of us in years. Well, for a while at least. And he sat there and goes, well, what happens next then? How do we find out? And it's like, we have to wait for the sequel. It's like, when's that out? I don't know. Did you like the amount of nice in-references to specifically the genre and other, because one of the levels...
those cinematic bits and stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking of one's the film posters, really, really dodgy names on it, like Hospital, Ballistic Trauma, Carney, the Fetid Swamp?
The Fetid Swamp, I do believe so, yeah.
But on the
it's sort of in a Left 4 Dead style, isn't it, really?
But there's just one really nice bit I like, and you're going through the carnival level, and you end up hitting the arcade in there, and you got things like Ghost Squad and all old Sega games.
Yeah.
That's really funky.
Apparently we learnt this when we went on holiday, the reason that a lot of arcades may have Sega machines,
at least in the UK,
is because they're actually cheaper than other
arcade
I could believe
machines.
that.
Yeah.
So
is it a big thumbs up from us for House of the Dead Overkill?
in general, yes. Is there anything you would change about it, if you could?
Don't do the swearing, because it's part of it.
I know. I'd probably get more varied looking enemies. That's the only thing. It's always been my gripe with some things. It's like it's the same looking enemy over.
I think the issue is perhaps that we've been able to handle that many different designs of free roaming zombies, perhaps.
What you mean at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, I did
I'm not
quite.
entirely sure. To be honest, I think the Wii could be pushed further.
Okay.
I did quite like the old thing of you'd end up with people. You have zombie prison or zombie hospital people coming at you with crash helmets on, and you start firing at the head, and it's like, that's not going to work.
Shoot lower.
The police with the riot shields, they were horrible. And you're like, no, die, damn it. Wait, you're already dead. No, because that's the other one. That's one of my favourite lines in the entire game. Was he says, goddamn mother, and he says, zombies. They're not zombies. Oh.
What was it that What do they call them? Mutants?
Mutants. It's called mutants. They aren't.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite nice. Just some of the one-liners in it. It's like, can I have a lollipop? Yes.
Okay, we're gonna move on to something
You like
else.
me, sir? No, I really fucking don't. Oh, House of the Dead. I advise playing it in a dark room with lots of beer.
And with maybe the hand cannon
Yes.
attached.
And possibly a friend who you trust.
Yes, not to mess up and
Yes.
not shoot things and protect you.
Oh, there is actually one really good bit at the end, but I can't say anything. It is, but say, you'll watch it and you'll think, hang on, didn't they do that in Planet Terror? And it works so well.
What's the name of the dude with slightly foreign accent that they thought was the bad guy at the beginning?
Papa Caesar.
Papa Caesar. He was... I knew he was an antagonist, but it was just kind of funny listening
It was
to him
nightmarish because I wanted to find out who playing half the actor, playing half the character. I was listening to it and I'm like, but it's like IMDb.
Oh,
nothing.
that's the guy that
Game
did the voice
FAQs,
for
nothing.
Bender do one of the voices on it, or am I imagining things?
So I think they tell you who it is as you're playing the game. They actually give you a proper cast list, and I kind of looked at it and I'm like, I vaguely recognise that, but I can't tell you who it is.
Can't remember whether it was this, but John DiMaggio is the guy who plays Bender.
Yeah,
that guy.
Who was also working on Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, I think he's done something recently. I think it might be this, if not something else.
I'll check online.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
now
I'm going to do a bit of a review of Heroes, because big fan. He knows nothing about it.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes and I thought they were quite good, and then it all got lost.
Yeah, so they've just come on to BBC season 3, second part, which is chapter 4. And so far we have almost like a reset button being pressed. So, for example, what's his name?
I don't know what's his name. What's his name?
That's the one, Peter Petrelli.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
I've only ever seen 2 episodes.
He's kind of he originally started back as a paramedic, and Suresh driving a cab again. And
Who?
Suresh
is the younger Indian guy.
Oh, the guy who looks like Julian Bashir from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Yes.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a good choice, actually.
So, it seems Nathan Petrelli's turned uber evil.
So nasty! So cruel!
And he's now...
loved, isn't he? And there's the door. That's my brother. What's your opinion of House of Dead Overkill?
Not getting involved. Just turning the oven on. And carry on.
Is that great?
That would be great. Anyway, so we've got
And a few words for my brother.
Nathan Petrelli. Got Nathan Petrelli, who's turned uber evil. Started trying to capture people with powers to try and nullify them, it seems.
And not in a nice way.
No.
How can you nullify people's powers in a nice way?
You leave them alive after the process has taken place.
True. Suppose harking back to the Arthur days. Arthur Petrelli.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway, can you introduce...
Again, heroes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's... I quite like it. It's very 4400 in style.
To be honest,
in terms of a lot of different superheroes, and there's no traditional kind of spandex or costumes or anything.
Where's the fun in that?
I think Heroes pretty much just kind of looked at the people who created Heroes looked at 4400 like, yeah, we can alter that idea and make it our own. Not that I'm bitter at all on the part of the creators of 4400, but still.
4400 was a good series. It really was. So their identities are kind of kept secret in themselves, but they don't have alter egos or like symbols. Like, say for example, like in Batman, you'd have like the big bat symbol, which would not just kind of mean like Bruce Wayne or Batman himself, but would kind of stand for things like justice, not killing people, not using guns, that kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough. I missed the day